Hey there, I hope you are enjoying and focusing on your studies too. So today we are here with a new poem of the class 9 English syllabus, that is The Rod Not Taken by Robert Frost. Robert Frost is a well-renowned poet who is well known for his poems with deep meanings. He wrote poems which have a very deep sense in itself. They seem to be easy, but when we analyze the poems, they do have deep meanings, deep lessons of the life. He is well known for his such life lessons. So similarly, you guys will be encountering two more poems of the same author, that is Robert Frost, in class 10th also, that is The Fire and the Ice and The Fog. Okay, those are very short poems, but similarly they too have deep meanings in itself. Basically, he's an American poet who writes simply but insightfully, that means with deep meanings and deep sense. So similarly, in the same poem, The Rod Not Taken, Robert Frost focuses about the inexperience of life which he faced. Okay, so he mentions here that he imagines himself standing in the forest with two roads which diverge in different directions. He mentions that there are two roads diverging in the opposite directions, and he himself imagines standing on their diversion, thinking that which one to choose upon. Like we have here, he's standing in this, and the two roads diverge in the different directions. That is road A and road B. Actually, he's not actually standing in this setting. He is sitting in his home, imagining all these things. That I would be like, he is basically making the choice of the life. He is making the choice of the life. This is a very important decision that one has to take in his or her life. And in this decision, when you need to choose your life, when you need to choose your career, I think that is the point of time when you feel yourself to be you are alone. No one, even your closest mother, father, your siblings won't help you out. Because this is the point of time when you need to, yourself need to answer yourself. You are yourself the question asker, and you yourself need to answer. In the whole life, you might give your right taking power, decision taking power to someone else, that you may include their advices in your decision making process, but this is the time when you are yourself to make this final decision, when you are the god of yourself. So here the poet imagines himself as a traveler. He imagines himself as a traveler standing in the forest and taking his options to choose upon. So here the two options signify the career options basically. The option A is the path which is chosen by his family, which is hierarchical, that even his father or grandfather or even his uncle has chosen this path, that is his hierarchical path. Whereas this path B is a new one which he wants, which is his desire, which represents his passion. This path A is traveled by many. A path which is traveled by many seems to be very easy. It goes on smooth very easily. But whereas in the road B, when you are traveling, when you are opting for the road B, you may encounter the difficulties which you ever have not imagined, and you cannot even opt for your elders, ask your elders for the help, because they do not have any experience in this arena, because this is the path which you have chosen new. This is the path which you have created yourself for yourself. Okay, so here he finds difficulty on choosing which path to choose upon and what will be the circumstances if he chose A or B. So he's comparing, standing on the divergent, that which one to choose upon again and again. He tries to look far away as he can. He basically is trying that, he's trying to percept what type of problems or profits, problems, difficulties, hindrances he can face if he choose for the road B. He choose for the second option. So here this A option represents his, as I have mentioned, the hierarchical occupation which his father, grandfather and even his generations, ancestors have followed. That is farming. His generations have been following farming as an occupation. But here the author is has a broad mind. He thinks out of the box. So he is more interested in writing. He wants to become an author. So but what his family says, no, you just like others, you need to carry on your hierarchical occupation. You need to carry our profession which we are doing. So this is only expected from everyone here. ठीक है, हम सबसे यही एक्सपेक्ट करा जाता है कि जो हमारे फादर या मदर जो प्रोफेशन में हैं, जो काम कर रहे हैं, वो भी वही काम हम करें, ये एक्सपेक्टेड होता है. एंड इफ अगर आप कुछ और चूज करते हैं तो आपके ऊपर एक बहुत ज़्यादा प्रेशर होता है, आपके ऊपर बहुत ज़्यादा एक्सपेक्टेशंस होती हैं कि अगर आपने एक अलग पाथ चूज करा तो यू नीड टू एक्सेल इन दैट. ठीक है, तो सेम इज हैपनिंग विद द ऑथर. ही हैज चोजन रोड बी and he is saying he's just imagining what type of difficulties he can face, because it is very difficult to be an author, to write something new and attract the readers towards itself, toward his creations, toward his poems, toward his works like fictitious work and anything, plays. So again, so but that's a new thing, because he says that I will be choosing the B1 because this is less traveled. He says that this is the less traveled one. Means this is opted by very few persons because this is the difficult one. Everyone, each one of us can choose the path which is easy, but it takes guts to choose the road which is less traveled, which have a lot of difficulties in itself. So here the author has guts. Robert Frost has the guts to choose the road B, and he says that simply, oh, I will keep this road A for another day. I will travel this road on any other free day, but my first priority is this new thing. So he vents upon this road B, and he says that for ages and ages he has been traveling this road. Because when you face the difficulties, you come out of them. You experience the ways that how to come out of it. You will discover new ways to come upon those difficulties, problems, hindrances, meannesses. So that is a new way. So here the author makes himself as capable, so that he can overcome these difficulties which he will be facing in this road B. Okay, and he has the guts to do so. So the gist is, again I'm saying that it is always difficult to come out of problems, to choose the path which is less traveled. Okay, it is again I'm saying for every one of us, and it is always being difficult for choosing a new way which is not known by many, or which is not chosen by others. So because if I myself say that if you won't excel in that, you will be definitely learning something from it. अगर आप उसमें कुछ बड़ा नहीं कर पा रहे तो कुछ ना कुछ नया जरूर सीखेंगे आप उसमें से. Because that doesn't mean, the life is not mean about excelling or perfection. It is about learning. How much learn how much you have learned out of that thing. Okay, so here in this, when the author will be choosing road B, he will be learning something new from it. Whereas the A is chosen by many. It is something like, it will give you a feeling of boredom, the road A. But the road B is full of adventures. It is full of adventures. Okay, so that's all. Now let's quickly look about the figure of speeches here mentioned in the poem by Robert Frost. So some common figure of speeches used here is, one of them is symbolism. Symbolism, as similar to its name, as is cleared by name, that here the when we symbolize a object by some ideas or thoughts, when some ideas or thoughts are represented by a object. Similarly here, these ideas about two roads are being symbolized by those two roads. Actually, again and again I'm mentioning that the author is not standing in any forest or woods. He's just sitting in his home setting and he's thinking. This is all his imagination, that he might be standing in the front of the two roads which diverge. Basically, these two roads represent the two ideas and he is facing the dilemma. What is dilemma? That is confusion. Dilemma to choose the roads. That which one to choose, whether this or this. Okay. Symbolism means when you represent some ideas, thoughts or feelings with some object. Like here, these roads are being represented or symbolized by these two roads, that is road A and road B. The second figure of speech we found here is that is repetition. That means when some words are continuously repeated, just like ages and ages. We have ages and ages. In the last para, second line, ages and ages. These two words are continuously repeated. Okay. The third figure of speech which we encounter in this poem is alliteration. That is alliteration. Okay. Alliteration means when there is a repetition of consonant sounds. Here in the repetition we have similar words repeating, but here in alliteration we have consonant sounds which are repeating continuously. Like here we have wanted wear. Wanted wear. Here consonant sound is wa. Wanted wear. Getting me? So the rhyming scheme in this poem is, let me tell about rhyming scheme. You all may knowing about rhyming scheme, because this is something which we are taught by in earlier standards also. Rhyming scheme is A B A A B. This is a rhyming scheme in this poem. So I hope you all understand the poem nicely, and in case of any queries you can put them into the comment box down here, and I will be feeling gratitude answering those little queries of you guys. So please keep on following me on my YouTube channel, and if you like the video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel.